Welcome to the Healthy Living Sessions podcast, where we talk about more than just health and fitness. We talk about many aspects of life. While fitness and health are important, there's more to life than just the gym.
Oh, what's going on, guys? I decided to go in a little early this morning with the live, try it out at a different time. Seems like I never find the time to get on at night, so it's probably short. Currently doing some cardio, so I apologize for the heavy breathing. I just finished an arm workout before going to work this morning. I'll say this afternoon, but this morning. So basically just thought I'd come on, talk about how things are going really fast. You know, I got engaged less than 2 weeks ago, and we've already got the venue, the officiant, flowers, got a wedding date set, hence the venue being set. We've got a ton of things done. Photographer, I feel like we're almost done. It hasn't been 2 weeks. The fiance has been freaking out about all that. I had to talk her down. Like day 3, she's like, "Oh, we're not gonna find a place." She's a huge planner. I'm more kind of fly by night kind of guy. So I guess we balance each other out. But she was definitely worried about not finding a place. It didn't seem like a lot of things were booked. I'm like, look, calm down. It's gonna be all right. We'll find somebody. Find a place. And sure enough, we have within 2 weeks. And so a lot of her worry and anxiety just went down. But I just crazy. I think we're gotten all that stuff done. Looking at the hotels right now, what to block and stuff like that. So, where to put the hotels at. So a lot of things, planning out. And while at the same time I'm trying to do my full-time job in the real estate stuff, doing that, actually got some recognition for the most cold calls on the first day of our March Madness Cold Call Challenge. So that was really exciting. So I got nationwide recognition there. Although I was a couple behind, I think I got second as of yesterday. Still going at it though. We're doing a week-long challenge, so definitely gonna make a lot of calls. Made 43 the first day, 50 the second. So shooting about for 40. That's what me and the president of my branch talked about, just hitting 40 every day. Trying to keep a good steady average. That way I'm not getting overwhelmed. Really, it's my first full week really going at the cold calls really hard. I had to start last week, but still trying to build a database, trying to find people to contact. And so that's been really interesting, finding ways that really help more. And actually kind of brings up a good point. When I was making these cold calls, something I was worried about is like, well, I don't know if I want to hit them directly saying like, hey, I'm a real estate broker, or commercial real estate broker, I should say, here in Greenville, South Carolina, and, I just want to inquire about your property. And I kept being like, well, maybe I'll just say my name, maybe I'll just say my name, my company's name, but I won't mention exactly what I'm calling about. And pretty much all those calls have not gotten me anything back. But when I called the owner and left a message and was like, hey, this is Philip Sessions with SVN Blackstream Commercial Realty. So I mentioned commercial realty or commercial real estate, and then I say, hey, I was inquiring about XYZ property, and I just wanted to see what your future plans were with that. I wanted to get to know you and your business a little more, see how I can help. Maybe I'd throw in there like, here at SVN, I'm in charge of the office sector, and so I help people like you buy, sell, and lease properties. So if you could give me a call back when you get the chance, and I give out my number. And so, when I was doing that, when I was giving every little bit of exactly my intentions of calling, it seemed to work out so much better. I've gotten not a lot of calls back, but I've gotten a few, versus none when I just like, hey, this is Philip Sessions from SVN Blackstream. Just wanted to give you a call. Maybe I'd mentioned about inquiring about a property, but we kept I was really vague, or kind of vague, I guess. But instead, I was just real intentional, said exactly what I was calling about. And, people would call back, hey, so I was kind of curious, what do you want to know about my property? And a lot of times they're led to believe that maybe they have I have a buyer for them, for their property. But, I do have some people now. I've made enough cold calls that are looking to buy some stuff. But, when I first started out, I didn't really have anything. I have the whole team behind me, SVN, Blackstream, and, SVN in general, that can help me out. But not, I didn't have anything in my inventory personally. I'm trying to build that up where I have people to buy stuff. And I've got a couple buyers now. So, that helps out. But, kind of going along these lines, you got to be intentional about whatever it is you're trying to do. Really, truly be intentional. It's not helping you at the end of the day if you're not intentional. And I really think that's one reason why I am engaged now, as I was intentional from the start with this girl that I am engaged to now. Because a lot of other girls, when it came to religion and stuff, I'd just be like, I go to church all the time, but then I didn't really want to push it, and then it would not work out because I started not really getting frustrated, but it'd be a little upsetting that, hey, we're not going to church together. That was like my expectation, but I never really told her, and and then I think she could see it, although I would never say it, and so then it just wouldn't work out. And then with Brooke, I just said, hey, we're going to church. This is one thing I have to have in a relationship. We have to go to church. And, she kind of fought back at first. And then, we kind of had a little, it was, I guess, a mild fight one time. We both don't really like confrontation. I don't think a lot of people do, but, we don't. And I was like, look, I want somebody who goes to church with me, and honestly, we almost did break up. We actually talked about breaking up, and then she was like, I didn't realize that was so important to you. Even though I had told her once, like, hey, this is what I want, she just thought, oh, like kind of, like a lot of girls I've dated, so it's not just her, they just thought, oh, I didn't realize that was so important to you, because I didn't tell them. So you have to be intentional. You have to tell people exactly what you want. Telling them what you want is only going to be good for you, because either they're going to like knowing what they're either going to respect what you want and they'll move on, or they're going to jump on board. And after we almost had that breakup, she has missed like maybe a couple church services. She has to work every other weekend, so she misses those weekends. But she's only missed a couple outside of that. And because I told her this is so important to me. And it's became important to her too. She's talked about it, how she really wants to raise a family that goes to church. So it's not like I'm just forcing it on her. But I told her, look, this is what I want. If she didn't want that, we will not be engaged right now. But she does want that too. Because that was something that was a deal breaker for me. So if you have anything like that, or if you're doing anything in life, you need to make sure that you say exactly what you're there for, what your intentions are behind whatever it is you're doing. It's going to work better at the end of the day. Yeah, you could possibly not talk to as many people. You might not have as many relationships, but your time is valuable. So why waste it, trying to skid around the idea. I can't think of the word. It's too early. It's 6 o'clock. But anyways, what value is it to you if you're just kind of shuffling around this idea of exactly what you want, your intentions, just kind of alluding to it, but never saying it? There's no value behind it. You're wasting so much time doing that. Like I said, going back to the cold calls, when I told them exactly who I was, what I was calling for, and the property I was calling about, they were like, oh. And some were like, oh, well, we're not interested in that, but hey, we got this other property. They were like, all just blabbing about everything. But other people I call, but just say, hey, just inquiring about your business, whatever, just kind of very vague. They didn't really want to tell me much. They were like, this guy's kind of weird. Why is he calling me out of the blue? I mean, I was calling everybody out of the blue. So some of it's just people, different people. You know, it could be people are at different places in life too. Who knows? But at the end of the day, when I was more intentional about what I wanted, they were more receptive to listening to me, to calling me back. So make sure whatever you're doing, you are being intentional with that. You are letting people know exactly what you want from them or what you're going to give them. You know, it's more, I would say, especially if you're trying to sell a service, you should tell them what you're providing. And that's what I've been trying to do. It seems to work a lot better. Like, hey, you know, not like, hey, I was wondering if you want to sell your property. And I say, hey, we help people like you buy, sell, and lease properties. So, hey, I can do multiple things. We're nationwide. You know, we have a great reach. I've got a lot of great people in this office. If you're looking to buy something, because again, I'm doing stuff with commercial offices, office buildings. And so we've got a lot of other sectors that we have specialists in that. And so I can refer them to them, if anything, or I can pick up the property and if they have a listing on it, say, okay, I'm gonna represent this guy, I present the property to him. And if he likes it, you know, then hey, we both get commission. One gets seller side, one gets buyer side. So pretty awesome. We split that, and hey, we're working as a team. And so that's what it's about. Just being intentional, guys. So whatever you do, hopefully you're not having to do a ton of cold calls like me. Cold calls are not fun. Although it is a little fun every once in a while, kind of a challenge. Like the other day, I had a guy telling me about Donald Trump, how great he is. I do think overall he's a great president. You know, there are some things that are rough about him, but overall, I think doing a really good job. Anyways, he was just going on telling me all these little details about him. It was really funny. So, anyways, I'm gonna stop breathing heavy for you guys. About that 3/4 of a mile. Gonna get in the last quarter and then go home, eat, and get ready for work. I hope y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you all for listening to the podcast today. I hope it was impactful to you. If you feel you have a friend that can get value from this episode, share it with them. Also, please review and subscribe to this podcast. I can't get this message out without your help. Until next time, have a blessed and healthy day.